everybody? A little under the weather, but man, here we go. UFC 321 just came to an end. What a lackluster ending to the event. It was a great fight, a great day of fights. Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane ends in a no contest in the first round. It was a nasty, nasty eye poke by Cyril Gane. He extends with his lead hand, catches Aspinall in both eyes, but more so the right eye for Tom Aspinall. I mean, you saw the replay. It goes in. Tom Aspinall just gets the eyelid closed, but it comes into the eyelid and then digs all the way back. It was a nasty one. They gave Tom his time. He couldn't see. That's so unfortunate, man. This fight was barely warming up. You know, both guys were looking good. Aspinall was he had a bloody nose from a good shot from Cyril, but both guys were landing. Big heavyweights, but super fast heavyweights. I mean, it looked like a middleweight fight. Guys were moving great. It's just unfortunate it ended like that. Both guys look good. I have no doubt they're probably going to run this back or something else is going to happen. But, yeah, man, that's unfortunate. But other than that, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of the 8 fights that I covered, I won 7. I lost 1. But let's jump into the co-main event. Mackenzie Dern is now your new reigning defending strawweight queen. She is only the second UFC fighter after Fabricio Verdum to win ADCC, Abu Dhabi Combat Club title, IBJJF International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation title, and the UFC title. Fabricio Verdum is the only one to do that before, and Mackenzie Dern is number 2 now. She beats Yendi Roba in a decision. I thought that Mackenzie Dern pushed the pace great the whole fight. Yendi Roba did get the most of the takedowns. I believe she got 5 takedowns or 6 takedowns, but she really couldn't do any damage from there. Mackenzie Dern actually did most of the damage from the bottom off those takedowns. Yendi Roba just could not do anything of any type of significance from the top. She never passed. She never threatened with any type of submissions from the top. And Dern just worked off the bottom. She did get a couple of takedowns later on. And she was trying her best to do damage from there, which she did. Mackenzie Dern just held in there. I'm sorry, guys, once again. I've been sick the last 2 days trying to get this out for you guys. But Mackenzie Dern wins, and she is the new strawweight queen. Shout out to Mackenzie Dern and her whole team. The feature fight, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. This was a good fight, but it went to the judges, 30-27 on all judges' scorecards. Mario Bautista scored a big knockdown in the second round to open up. It looked like a high kick, but he caught the knee on Umar's chest, and the knee slid up, hit Umar in the chin, drops him, but then Umar came back and rallies in that second round and gets the win. You know, the takedowns and the control is what these Dagestani guys do, man. They can control you, take you down, hold you there. Mario didn't take a lot of damage. He really did not. And I think Mario actually did more damage than Umar. But Umar, you know, locks up the positions. He did land some good shots himself. I'm not going to say he didn't land any kind of damage, but he did. Umar wins. But I know he said he wants to fight for the title again, but to be honest, there's nothing that Umar did in this fight that can show me that he can beat Merab. This was more par for the course for Umar, what he does against everybody else who's not Merab. I still believe Merab is the best. I still believe Merab could beat Umar. Umar just didn't show me anything different in this fight. I mean, he showed what he can do against everybody else who is not Merab. You know, so it was a good win for him. Mario showed that he's a dog. Mario never accepted positions. He always was trying to fight up to get back to the feet. He scrambled. He had a beautiful switch in this fight. He kept Umar. He made Umar continue the pressure because he never just let up and accepted positions. Mario is a beast. Unfortunate to see his 8-fight win streak come to an end, but Umar gets the victory. But I just don't think, I didn't see anything that shows me that Umar can beat Merab. And I guess we'll see what's next for him. Um, the fight next down was Volkov versus Almeida. This was a close, controversial fight. It was a split decision, 29-28. Two judges for Volkov. One was 29-28 for Almeida. Almeida had really good takedowns, and really good control. But just like the Mackenzie Dern fight, Volkov landed more damage off his back than Almeida. Almeida never really landed any type of damage from the top, even though he controlled most of the fight. But this is the thing, man. You guys that are coming from grappling, if you guys are watching this, jiu-jitsu and wrestling, you can't just hold a guy down anymore these days and expect to win. You have to do damage. You have to try to advance the position. Joelton Almeida never did that. And I like Joelton Almeida. I think, I believe I picked Almeida to win this fight. But I was rooting for Volkov, and Volkov did get the win. I think this was it was a just due for him, because I thought he had beat Cyril Gane in the last fight, and they gave Cyril Gane the decision. Volkov comes back and gets the decision on this one against Almeida, which is controversial. But, I mean, he did enough. He landed more damage. He tried to advance the fight when he had chances. Almeida was just looking to take down and hold. So this should be a learning lesson for some of the grapplers out there who are trying to go to MMA. You can't just take down and hold. You have to advance position, you have to attack subs, and you have to go for maximum damage. Joelton Almeida didn't do that this fight, and Volkov gets the victory. So that is actually, I'm sorry, I lost 2 fights. I thought Almeida was going to win this fight. He didn't. So I picked the Dern fight to win, Umar fight to win. I picked Almeida. Volkov gets to win. I'm not upset about it. The other one, Rakic, I believe I'd pick Rakic to win. Azamat Murzakiov gets the KO. So Murzakiov has power. I mean, crazy power. He knocks out Alex Rakic with a step-in jab. He's a southpaw. He steps in with the right hand with just a shotgun jab. Rakic steps into it, eats it right in the jaw, goes down. Azamat finishes him on the ground. Another huge victory by Azamat Murzakiov. He's got power. I know he wants to get back up in there in the heavyweight division. And now with everything that's going on, he might have I think Murzakiov versus Volkov would be a good fight, the next fight. So, but yeah, Murzakiov gets the win. Ikram Aliskerov, he's one of Habib's guys. He gets the win. Decision win over Jung Yoon Park. That was a good fight. I thought Ikram was kind of gassing out towards the end of the second, and Jung Yoon was really starting to put the pressure on him. But Ikram found a way to wrestle him down and hold on. He gets the win. I picked that fight, Ikram to win. The Ludovic Klein versus Mateusz Rebecki fight was a banger. Ludovic Klein absolutely hurts Mateusz Rebecki in the first and the second. Has him bloody. I thought Ludovic Klein was going to get the stoppage. They go into the third. Mateusz Rebecki gets a huge takedown, which breaks Ludovic Klein's right foot, I believe, because he couldn't even stand up to get his hand raised for the decision. And Mateusz Rebecki lands huge elbows, bloodies up Ludovic Klein, just pounds him on the ground for the entire third round. And now it makes sense why Ludovic Klein couldn't get up, because his foot was broken. But Ludovic Klein just holds on for dear life, gets the win, decision 2-1, 29-28. But Mateusz Rebecki showed some grit in there, because he was getting his ass beat for the first 2 rounds. Ludovic Klein suffers the broken foot in the third, but holds on, shows grit himself, holds on, gets the win. Good win by Ludovic Klein. Walter Walker, like I said, against Louis Sutherland. I love Louis Sutherland. He comes out, Louis Sutherland walks out to Tina Turner, Simply the Best, an ode to the man, Chris Eubank Sr. walked out to Tina Turner, Simply the Best. Louis Sutherland comes out. He's a plus 310. I said in the breakdown, Walter Walker is going to stand up for a little bit. He's going to close the distance. He's going to get the fight to the ground, and he's going to shoot his heel hook, and that's exactly what he did. This is his 4th heel hook submission in a row, guys. 4 in a row for Walter Walker at heavyweight. This guy is a menace. He is a menace in the heavyweight division. This is a good win for him. I don't know who he can get matched up next. I'd have to look down the lineup, but Walter Walker is showing promise, and nobody has an answer for his ground game, especially his heel hook attacks. Nobody in the heavyweight division has an answer for his heel hook. So Walter Walker, big win, another pick for mine. And then the last one on me, the last fight, Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Delgado. Jose Delgado is the favorite. I was really leaning for Jose Delgado, but if you go back and watch my breakdown, I said Nathaniel Wood has never steered me wrong. I've bet him the last 3 fights. He always comes through. This one, he gets hurt and rocked early in the first round. I thought Jose Delgado was going to finish Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood, the veteran that he is, fights his way through the adversity, comes back, wins the next 2 rounds, and gets the decision. I believe it was 29-28. I believe it was a split. Nathaniel Wood comes through and gets the win. Man, what a night of fights. 321 delivered. I mean, if it wouldn't have been for the main event ending the way it did, I thought this was a really good night of fights on paper, and it delivered throughout the entire card, from the prelims to the main card. Yeah, it was a good night. I'm not in my normal setup. Of course, I'm at my buddy's house. We came here to watch the fights. He was so courteous to let me borrow his office studio space here. So, but thank you guys, man. This was a great night of fights. You know, with the exception of Tommy Aspinall and Cyril Gahn. I thought the fight was barely heating up going into the second. I had a prop bet of the main event going over 1.5. I thought Gahn's distance management would have been good enough to get us past 1.5. But then we get the eye poke, and I mean, there's just nothing more frustrating to see a fight of this magnitude end on a disqualification or a foul. I know it didn't end disqualification, ended in no contest, but you just hate to see that, especially with both guys, especially with what Tom had to deal with, especially blowing his knee out against Curtis Blades, and now this, he couldn't see. It's horrible. It's horrible to see, but I have no doubt they'll probably run it back again. If I know Dana, he'll probably make him run it back. So, you know, that's it for me, 321. The day's been a good day so far. I woke up and I've been feeling under the weather, like I said, but I woke up. Newcastle United and Fulham were 1-1 going into extra time, and then the captain, Bruno Guimaraes, rocking my tune gear over here, of course, always. Newcastle United. Bruno gets the last-minute goal at the 90-minute mark. Finish up, stoppage time. We get the win. We needed a much-needed Premier League win. But the day's been great. So thank you guys for watching so much. Like I said, great day of fights. I love the early fights. So go ahead, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace.